Welcome to the Play Big Queen podcast. This is for the woman ready to lead with power, move with confidence, and own your play big self. For my newly minted or late blooming neurospicy visionary babes who are waking up to your power and unmasking your brilliance. For the sovereign leader building success on your own terms. I am your host, Kate Bailey. I am the Play Big Queen. My name is my title and a command for all women. Play Big Queen. I invite you to claim this title for yourself and coronate your Play Big self too, so it can serve you. This is a space for bold embodiment, radical reclamation, unapologetic leadership, and a business that works with your wiring, not against it. Your voice is meant to be bold and heard, and your brilliance is here to be claimed. You are already powerful. I am in service of everyone fucking tired of the people-pleasing grind. We go deep, we get real, and we play big. It's a new era for women on the play big path. Long may we reign. Hi, my queen, and welcome back to another episode of the Play Big Queen podcast. Today is going to be a shorter episode. I have some homework to get back to. I'm celebrating that in my accounting class, I got a B. I passed. If you've been following me from the last few episodes, you know that that was something that I was really kind of grappling with, trying to make it through that class, but I did it. I got a B, and now I'm in a personal finance class, and the finance lessons just keep coming, and so does the homework, and I am doing the damn thing, and I got to get back to it. But I wanted to record this podcast episode because I have some really exciting news that I want to share with you. And I'm also feeling called to talk about the difference between something that I think is a really important nuance point to make when we talk about like either doing personal development or working on our leadership skills or business, or if we're working on a goal like our health or body goals, whatever area in your life you are deciding to set a big goal and play big in. It's really important to understand the difference between a workout and a work in. Most of us have been taught to grind, to perform, to push, to essentially like work out until you fall out, like work towards that big goal and push until you get the thing that you want to get or until you become who you aim to become, right? We've been told too that movement is only valuable if it like burns calories or helps you hit your body goal milestones. But what if your body didn't need another workout plan? What if your body has been begging for embodiment? What if your body has been begging for a work in? And what if the medicine isn't actually discipline, but devotion? What if it's not about hustle, but it's actually about your presence? And that is what I want to explore more in this episode today. And it's so important that we explore this at this particular moment in time because we are living in a time where we have never been more connected to trauma on a global scale. We are constantly connected to collective trauma. Every time you open your phone, pull up a social app, you're seeing pain that your nervous system can't actually process in real time. We've got wars, disasters, injustice on top of all of your personal stress, your relationship, your business, your family drama. Your sensory load is greater than it has ever been. And if you're neurodivergent, you really feel that on a cellular level, especially my HSPs out there, my highly sensitive people. Your empathy is not just casual, it's actually embodied empathy. You feel the world more deeply. So when people say, just go to the gym or just meditate, it's like, babe, I can't even breathe right now, right? Like it is such a challenge. And I want you to know if that's you, you are not lazy. What is more likely true is that you might be stuck, you might be frozen, you might be dysregulated because you are overloaded and it's making it hard to make any kind of real moves. The freeze response is a real thing. And when we're in that space because we're overloaded and there's so much going on or there's so much to do, what we actually need in that moment is not more pressure to perform wellness, right? Like we don't need to perform feeling good, but what we need are spaces that help us come back into regulation, come back into connection, and come back into community. And that's what a work in does. This is a concept in a lot of yogic traditions as well. It's the basis for a lot of embodiment, this idea that we're working in and not working out. And something that I think is really important to know here, because we can get down on ourselves. We can have like self-worth issues and self-esteem issues when we find that like doing things that we used to do are not as easy as just doing it, right? Like, so I want you to know that most people, they don't start to fall apart or break down or like skip a leg day because they're weak. They fall apart because they've been doing everything alone. And when you're doing things alone for a long time, when you're in that place of being isolated, whether it's like physically, socially, or whatever avenue of isolation you're frequenting, when you're isolated, every small thing starts to feel so much bigger. When you're disconnected, your brain starts looping in like all this self-blame instead of starting to do self-regulation. And when you have a consistent space, when you actually are in a weekly rhythm of being seen, supported, and you're in a space where you are allowed to just be, maybe even exhale, things start to shift. Because community is medicine, consistency is medicine, presence with yourself and others is medicine. And I want to talk specifically to my ADHD and neurospicy crew for a minute. Like, you know how your brain works. You can hold a massive vision, but the execution can just feel impossible at times. You can see everything that needs to be doing all at once. You see it all at once, and that feels so overwhelming, and so you freeze. If that is you, you do not need a new 90-day plan or to sign up for someone else's challenge or course. What's more likely going to help you is a gentle weekly ritual that has like a SMART goal, right? SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant to what you are going through right now, and they are time bound. So if you have a weekly ritual that is a SMART goal, it is a simple, predictable anchor that can help your nervous system trust that it is safe to begin again, that it is safe to get moving and unfreeze and take small steps. And that is what I'm so excited about for us today. That is what this new offer is all about. I am going to be launching next week something called Walk and Talk Wednesdays. And it's not about doing more. It's about finding a sustainable rhythm that lets you exist in your brilliance without burning out. It is an invitation based on what I know from years of coaching, that small steps are actually what gets you to achieve your big goals. It's not the giant leap that always changes your life. It's the moment, the very small moment, the small awkward moment where you decide to show up consistently for yourself and for your community. It's like working a tiny awkward muscle that feels awkward to work, but you know once you work that muscle, it helps the entire structure of your being be so well supported. When you meet with others for once a week in an intentional way, something really beautiful starts to happen. You start to have the realization, like in your body, that you are not behind. You start to feel truly seen and you start to truly belong for who you are as an individual. And you start to notice that your body wants to move again. Your body is inspired. Your ideas start to flow again, and your creativity starts waking back up and gives way to new creative solutions, and your network is growing. And over time, that one small ritual, 1 hour, once a week, becomes the scaffolding for an entirely different life. It becomes the foundation for a life that feels more alive, more authentic. It starts to birth the business that actually works with how you work. It shows you how to be in your profession without losing yourself. That one small ritual becomes the creative rhythm that honors your brain, and it gives a community of ride or dies who remind you that you are not too much. You are just wired for a different level of depth. And it's okay to want that depth in your community, in your relationships, and in your business or your work. And I'll tell you something else. The more real that we allow ourselves to be in community, the more freedom we create for everyone else around us, because perfection isolates us, but authenticity is what connects us. When you can show up messy, unscripted, mid-overwhelm, and still you can be met with care instead of someone correcting you or worse, gaslighting you, that's what nervous system healing in community actually looks like in real time. And that's why I wanted to create Walk and Talk Wednesdays. It is not a class. It is not a program. It is a ritual. For just 1 hour a week, we're going to walk and move and just be in conversation and connection with others who get it. The format of the call is you come in, you share one word in the chat that lets us know how you're feeling. If you want to talk and share, you can raise your hand. And when it's your turn, we're going to ask you if you want coaching from me, if you want feedback from the community, or if you just want to be witnessed. And of course, it's going to be on a first come, first serve basis, but we also are very inclusive of different people's timing. And we'll see, is there anybody who wants to share, who hasn't had a chance to share, or maybe they showed up late to the call because of life and circumstances and they want to go first. So it's like first come, first serve, but we'll also make space for anybody who needs to share to have a moment to share. And then at the end of the call, there's going to be like a check-in again to see how we feel. And then after, from week to week, there's going to be a community element online, a place where you can share as much or as little as you want to. You'll have a place to share what's heavy on your heart or get some feedback. The community that is being built out is really beautiful. There's going to be a place to share about your business. If you have developments or offerings in your business that you want to share, you'll be able to bring it into community in a way that isn't spammy, where people can actually like receive what you're doing and cheer you on. And it's going to be gamified too, which is really cool. Like if you show up for 8 weeks in a row, you're going to get a free 1 hour private coaching session with me. And it's going to be a monthly membership. That's going to be $33 a month. You can cancel anytime. And I wanted to make it super accessible to people, where if maybe you wanted coaching, but you weren't in a place to invest in coaching, you could still get access to it just by consistently showing up for the calls. And when I say Walk and Talk Wednesday, if you have mobility challenges, you don't have to walk. It's more about moving energy than it is actually moving your body. So, of course, we welcome all abilities into our Walk and Talk community. This is really going to be part embodiment practice, part nervous system reset, and part community circle. And it's for the woman who is tired of doing it all alone. And this is definitely not a place for you to be fixed. It's a place for you to be felt. It's a place for you to be witnessed, to move move your body in a way that feels like home again, to move your energy so you can get out of whatever stuckness you're feeling in whatever area of life and just be real with people. So if you've been craving that, if you've been quietly saying, I just wish I had a space where I could be real and be supported while practicing just getting momentum and movement again in some area of my life without having to perform, then this is it, boo-boo. Walk and Talk Wednesdays is launching soon. The first call is going to be on Wednesday, October 29th, and then it's going to be an ongoing community. And of course, it's only going to be an ongoing community if you get involved, if you join in. The more people that get in, the more sustainable this community is going to be. The doors open on Wednesday, October 22nd, and the link is going to be released to my email list first on Wednesday because y'all on my email list, like you always are the first to get access to all the things that I launch. You're going to get the link early and you're going to get the inside details before anyone else. So if you want in, or if even you're just curious, head over to xxxkatebailey.com, scroll to the bottom of that homepage where it says join our community and put your email address in the form there to get on our email list. And once you do, you're going to be the first to get notified that the link for the Walk and Talk community is live and that you can get in on this awesome membership and get in on this community. The live community calls are going to be held every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Mountain Time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. for my Pacific Coast people. But there's going to be replays. Again, you can come with your camera on or your camera off. It's up to you. We honor choice and voice in all of my communities. There's never any pressure. You could just listen in. Or if for whatever reason you can't make the live call, there's going to be a weekly replay that you can watch for like 7 days after the call is live. So you can kind of see what is going on the calls and see if it's something that you want to join before you even hop on live. If you're like a super timid type of queen, that's okay too. And then just joining it for the online community is like juicy enough. There's going to be so much in the online space where if you just show up consistently or participate, you'll have an opportunity to get more access to coaching. And again, I cannot stress enough, this really isn't about like hustling for self-improvement. This is about self-connection. It's about community and it's about consistency. And maybe what you don't need is another strategy. Maybe you just need one small, sacred midweek step back towards yourself. If you are in my orbit, I want you there. You belong. Come as you are. Wednesdays, join us for this midweek shakeup. Make sure you're on the email list so you can get notified first. If you're excited by this idea, but nervous to join, you especially should jump in on this community. I can't wait to see you, boo-boo. Be brave, be courageous. Join us. That's it for today, Queen. Take what lit you up, leave what didn't. You know what serves. If you want to stay in this Play Big Queen orbit, get the rituals, resources, and real talk that fuels your Play Big self, go to xxxkatebailey.com, scroll to the bottom, and join this community. This is where bold women gather. Neurodivergent visionaries, disability warriors, sacred disruptors. If this episode spoke to you, leave a review on Spotify, Apple, or YouTube. Leave comments, give me all the stars, share it. That's how we create change that ripples and how this podcast gets out to more people who need it. If you're ready to work together to make your Play Big self not just a vision, but a reality that you embody, then head to xxxkatebailey.com, go to the Work with Kate section, and join in on a program that feels right for you. Or tag me on socials and tell me a moment that truly served you from this episode. Until next time, remember to honor your own timing, value your own unique way, and most of all, when you come face to face with your boldest desires, trust your brilliance and play big, Queen. Hey, Queen, are you still here? Good. That means you're not just curious. You are being called and want more. I am here for the ones who want more than party trick mindset hacks, the ones who need nervous system rooted, neurodiverse affirming space held by someone who is trauma trained so they can rise on their terms. My work is designed to center folks navigating ADHD, autism, disability, trauma, or mental health challenges, and their brilliance all at once. You do not need to be someone who identifies as neurodivergent or someone who has a disability to benefit from this work. If you're feeling called, you belong here. I believe in and support queer and trans rights, Black Lives Matter, sex worker rights, Palestinian, Ukrainian, and global South liberation, religious autonomy, and dismantling abusive systems. If that's too much for you, then babe, this isn't your podcast and you know where the unfollow is. But if that lights a fire within you, and you are inspired to learn more, then my Play Big Queen, you are home. You can also head over to xxxkatebailey.com/about to learn more about me, my company, qualifications, methodology, values, worldviews, philosophies, and my mission. My mission is to activate 10,000 women with invisible disabilities to lead, create, speak up, and claim the spaces that they were told to shrink inside. Because their leadership, your leadership, will change the world. If you know that's you, declare it. Put your energetic line in the sand and tell me. Email me at info@playbigqueen.com and tell me why this work is so important for you, and we can explore opportunities to work together and make your Play Big dreams a reality.